Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melina and I'm a 33-year-old cash budgeter here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram. A little bit about me is that I am also the owner and creator behind the Millennial Dollar, so you will see a bunch of checkered designs. I came up with this last fall in August, September, and it's just an obsession at this point. So if you are interested in any of the checkered things that you see in my setup, I do have my Etsy shop linked down below. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a cash unstuffing. I do have my unstuffing notepad here with all the things, and I think we are at like 3 pages, guys. So this will be a fun one to watch. So I do have everything listed. I also want to do a bit of a deeper dive into how we do this and kind of explain a little bit thoroughly. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely keep on watching. This video is for those out there that aren't quite sure how to utilize a credit card and the unstuffing method with cash envelope stuffing, if that makes sense. So let me just start off from the beginning. Me and my husband utilize a credit card because we want to rack up all the traveling points. That's what our heart desires, is just to travel and see the world. So we see it that it makes best sense for us to have that credit card to help facilitate those wants and dreams and to be saving money ideally. So we utilize the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, and I do have that link down below if anybody's ever interested. And what we do is all of our purchases go on that card, okay? But every single time we make a purchase, we save the receipt and we come home and we write it down on this notepad. You have to do that if you want to make this make sense for you and keep up with it. So every single time you charge, you write what the purchase is, the envelope it'll come out of, and what that total is. For me personally, on my channel and everything that I do here, I go ahead and round up to the nearest dollar. So it's not always even numbers or whatever, but we go ahead and do that because if for any reason there might have been a little bit of interest or whatever have you, rounding up is helping to pay off whatever balance faster. So I hope that is helpful. Also, to start off with unstuffings, you do need money in your tray to create change. So today I have $100 over here. I'm hoping that I don't have a ton of large bills. I'm not quite sure how I will need to break down my cash today, but this is what I had on hand. So we are gonna do our best. And to start off with, I like to be in my high priority or short-term sinking funds binder. That is where a lot of this is going to come out of like every single week. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip back here, and I like to kind of go in order, but sometimes we jump around. So I will do my best to stay the course with you guys. And it looks like, okay, so I wanna start with the envelope. This will just make everything run smoother for me. So household, I just go through all of my envelope categories and see if I had put anything for household. And it looks like we did for $28. So with my calculator, I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, and then go through our other pages to see if there's any more household. So let's see. Oh, this is for me, and I will get to that soon, but okay, so it looks like this particular unstuffing, we only need the $28 whenever we got something at Lowe's. I don't even know what it was, but so $28 from household. Let's hope we got, okay, not too bad. We do have $30 here, so change will be $2. 1, 2, and that is perfect. Okay, so next one is groceries, and this one is usually one of our largest amounts outside of eating out. So we're gonna go down to grocery. We've got one for $109 plus 72, 4, 84, 5, 73. Okay, so that comes out to $347. Let's see what we have in here. We've got 400. So 1, 2, 3, 400. This is gonna be a little spicy here. Okay, because this is a huge one. So let me do, I need to give myself back $53 for this one. Okay, so 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, and 3. And we will fix this later, but this is what we got right now. So awesome. Okay, so 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, 2, and 3. So 53 is what we have left. And I am doing this prior to a cash stuffing, so I'm not super worried about it, but that is a lot of bills to have in one envelope, that's for sure. Okay, there, 84. Was that the only one on this page? Looks like it. 4, 72, 109. Okay, perfect. So now we will move on to clothing. This particular envelope is for me and my husband, which I don't believe we have bought anything recently. Well, maybe from Under Armour. So I take that back. Yeah, right there, $13. And that is the only one. So $13, 20 minus 13. And you will find that I will utilize my calculator always because I'm not trying to wonder what I did wrong, okay? Okay, so we've got that 7 back in here, and I'm not going to count this. Definitely tune into my cash stuffing, and you guys will see the totals in all of those envelopes. Okay, next is beauty. For $8. Is that the only one? Okay, awesome. $8. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I just mark them out as I go so that I don't get confused. Okay, now we are on to gas, and this one does have quite a few entries. So let's start with this one. 3. Okay, so we like to get our gas at Costco, and I think this was just so we could get to Costco. 3 plus 80 plus 27, 28, 41, 79. Those charges are my husband's gas. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. And it looks like that is it. So we need $258 for gas, guys. And this was over the course of, I think, 2.5 weeks. So 51, 52, 220, 40, 50, 60. Holy moly. At least we have it. So 51, 152, 220, 240, 250, 260. And then I need $2 back. 1 and 2. Things are expensive these days. But this cash envelope stuffing method has made our lives so much easier because we are being intentional with how we plan. So yay. And I feel like I need to like move things a little bit for my handwriting here. Okay, 380, 27. And if I miss any of them, I know I've already unstuffed them, so it's not too terrible if I like skip over any of them, but I'm pretty good about not doing that. Okay, so that is it. Okay, the next envelope we have is Cheerio and Pretzel, and I do see them a couple of times. So we have 18 plus 54, which was grooming. And, oh, right here, dogs, CMP 33. Okay, so $105 is what we need to take out. And and we do have it. I feel like I need some 20s over here though, so I definitely want to take as many as I can. So 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was almost too perfect. Wow. Okay. Let me just count one more time. So we have 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Okay, I was a little concerned about not having enough denominations to make the change. So I'm glad that I did. And we are left with 120 in here. Okay. 33. There's nothing on this one. And then 54 and 18. Perfect. Okay, medical. We do have some entries here. I don't even know if you guys can see this calculator. Okay, we've got 13 plus 10. And medical, what that usually is vitamins, allergy medicine, medicine in general is what we pull from that envelope. My husband does have an HSA, so a lot of the times we don't need to spend out of it, but okay, so that is it. So we need $33 out of medical. But we did have quite the scare about a week ago, and that was my son. Oh my gosh. Before I do this, because I'm going to confuse myself, he was at school running around, busted heads with a friend, and his glasses split apart, which that's what they're supposed to do upon impact, but part of it stabbed him in the soft spot of his, like, to the left of his eyeball. Wasn't his eyeball, but it was the skin to the left of it. And so it basically had an open wound. He ended up having to get 3 sutures, and yeah, luckily his private pre-K, they have liability, and so we are not responsible for any of that cost. Bless it. But very, very scary, and he is doing great. In fact, by the time you guys see this, his stitches will be out. So yeah. Okay, so we said we needed 33, and I don't have what I need. So what I want to do is do 43 so that I don't have the ones. Equals 10. So I will give myself back $10 by taking 43. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, I think that was the hardest thing I ever had to watch with my kid. Like, you know, there's a lot of things that are hard in motherhood, but your kid having to have stitches like that and incredibly close to the eye, and oh my goodness, like my heart was just breaking the entire time. How dare they do that to my kid? But you know, my gosh, just glad we were in really good hands. So, okay, medical is done there. Next is family fun. We do have at least one on here, which is down here for $3. I guess we went to Buc-ee's for something. Oh, it was their ices when we went on spring break. That's what it was. Anything else? Family fun? Nope. Okay. $3 whopping dollars. There we go. So I only have 20s. I am using my calculator. We need $17 back. So 10, 15, 16, and 17. And we'll get that $3. Okay. My envelope. So I don't believe me or my husband have specifically utilized anything out of our envelopes, but we do have some transactions on here called Bucks or Starbucks. That is kind of like our splurge right now, and that will most likely come out of our envelopes, or family fun, or buffer, like if the kids got, you know, something to drink too, things like that. Nails, I pay her in cash, so we never step into that. Nothing in date night. Eating out, guys. Okay, so that is what the sticky note is for. So I did end up having to move some money around. Date night helped to facilitate this. Also, I ended up using some of my Etsy pay to pay this off. You know, we have to sacrifice because we spent the money. So I needed a total of $744. I was able to get that in here. But for the sake of this video, I will go ahead and add it all back up real quick because yeah, it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. We had birthdays, we had people in town, we traveled for the end part of spring break. Some of those meals were covered by family, but also, you know, it comes with the territory of traveling. You're going to eat out. So if you have a travel binder, definitely make sure you're putting a lot of money into eating out, because eating out is so expensive unless you can go and get groceries and, you know, have that instead of eating out every night. But okay, so already we are at $428, 8, 55, 119. I remember that night. It was a lot. 71, 31, 10, 22. Okay, yep, it came out to $744 still, and that's actually how much should be in this envelope. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 660, 70, 80, 90, 700, 710, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 744, guys. This pains me so much. Yeah. Pains me. So we just need to do better. And I would really prefer not to be spending a ton. Like, maybe we could reevaluate and try to only eat out once a week, but our family literally gets together every weekend, you know? So, and that tends to be eating out. And we try so hard to tell everybody, like, we don't want to eat out, okay? And they're like, well, then what are we gonna do? Because I don't want to cook. And I'm like, well, then I guess we'll just go home. Because we've got stuff at the house that we can eat or, you know, fix up. And yeah, so it's just been fun over here. My gosh. Okay. And over here, literally eating out is the majority of our spending. What even? Family of 4 problems. Okay, and then that eating out. Okay, we took care of that. It's out of mind now. Just push it out. It's done. Okay. Barber. I think there was at least one on here. Or did I already? Okay, so I think this one actually is paid with cash. And yeah, that was just put back into checking. So we did already take care of that. Next is car maintenance. We have $99 here. This was for an oil change. I'm just gonna go ahead and mark it out. I don't believe we had any others. No. Yep, we're good. Okay. $99. Let's see what we have here. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80. Of course. So let's do, it won't matter. So I'm just going to do a $100 bill and one for the change. And we already check marked it off, so we are good and done with this binder for now. We might come back to it whenever we get to the Bucks ones, but I save that for the very end just so that I can see, you know, where I can pull it from. Next is my long-term sinking funds binder, and here is kind of just more of the fun things that we may do. For sure we will be in here for birthdays and gifts if those are in here. So renovations, no. Or decor. Organizing, we didn't garden. Beverages definitely is in here. So let's see, 24, 6, 16, and that's it. So $46 for beverages, 20, 40, 5, and 6. Yay, 20, 40, 5, 6. So we are left with $21. Okay, looks like all we have on this page is bucks, bucks, sports as kids, bucks. Okay, let me just kind of take in bucks. Just taking a look at this stuff where I would be. Okay, B-day parties for sure. Birthdays down here too. School expenses, kids. So a lot of this is going to end up going over to the kids. And then bucks. Okay, so the only thing in here I think is birthday, which, so sorry, over here. And let's just figure that out. Okay, so 19 plus, this was for my oldest son's birthday, 47, 6. Okay, so we spent a whopping $106. What? That's all we spent was $106 for his birthday party. That included cake, party favors, the drinks. Yeah, so that is a huge win for me. As far as his gifts, that was also going to come out of birthday parties, and we're still waiting to find the exact sunglasses that he wanted, because for my kid, he's got to have his prescription in there, and he wants the cool baseball, you know, sunglasses. They look like Oakley's, might even end up being Oakley's, but the only way he can wear them is if his prescription's in them. So yeah, we're still working on that. But 100, let's see, I might even be able to keep hundreds. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. But 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. One more count. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 7, 8, 9, 100. I'm going to do that just to get rid of some bills. So that was the 100. Oh, look at me. Because I needed 106. So there's the 105. I might just pull it from gifts. There we go. 106. It'll work because I just didn't want to break that down any further. Okay. Perfect. So there. Okay, and that is it, I think, for this binder. Yep, that is it. Okay, now we are doing the kids binder, and I can't remember what was left. Okay, we do have sports over here, and the rest is bucks. So let's go ahead. I don't believe I had kids buffer, but I do think I have kids clothing. Yeah, there's definitely kids clothing in here. And kids clothing right there, $83. Okay. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Just barely missing it. So we need 83. I'm going to do 103. 103 minus 83 is $20. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97. $97 in here. I think I want to go ahead and condense though. So let's do this for 50. and then a 20. Okay. I don't typically do that in one of these, but I figured might as well. Oh my gosh, and we are done with this tracker. So today's the 7th. We subtracted 83. 150 minus 83 is $67, and I will need to get a new tracker. So that's crazy. This is the first time I've completed one of Raylan's little trackers, so love that. And then we'll mark that off. Okay. So then coming back here, let's go ahead and knock out sports, because I don't think we have anything in back to school, and sports is expensive. Okay. 25, 38. Oh, we do have school expenses on here. Oh, we do. Okay, so that's it. $63 for sports. 20, 40, 60, 70. Minus 70 is $7. Okay. So I should have $97 in here. Wait, but I don't. Oh, because I don't think I've been adding anything to the sports envelope. Okay, well, oops. Hold on. 120, 130, 135, 36, 37. I have 137 in here. So that's an error on my part. So I'm just going to start over. So for 7, we now have 1, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. Oh, well, sometimes we make mess ups, and that's okay. It's our own personal setup and journey, and yeah. Okay, so sports is done. Okay, and everything that's on my first page is just Starbucks. So we'll go back here, and I'm realizing that this kids club one, I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I don't think that I have that currently. This is going to be my kids after school program. This was the deposit for next year, school academic year, and that was the deposit. So we might be down $240, but that's okay. What else do we have here? Books, school expenses. Okay, so school expenses on this one, and then do we have school expenses on the other one? No, it's still bucks. Okay, so let's do the school expenses one, then it's bucks, and then figuring out maybe that $240. Okay, school expenses is back here. And let's see, 59 was for photos. That's what it was. Because my youngest, he had his graduation photos from his junior kinder class, and oh my gosh, they were adorable. So, oh, I cannot wait to get them. We like to do magnets. So, $59. Hold on. Is there 118 in here? Yes, there is 118. 4, 7, 59. So 118 minus 59 equals what is, that can't be right. Oh my gosh, it's half. Wild. Okay, so $59 is what I would need back, and I don't have the change, so we're gonna do 100, which means I will get $41 back. 20, 41. And I should still have $59. So 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Perfect. So I still have it. Okay, so now it is just about the Starbucks and that one school thing, which while we're in here, I might as well check. Summer's not in here. That's in my holiday binder. So we will check that, but we are done with the kids binder for now. And what I want to do real quick before I grab my binder is to add up the Starbucks. So we've got 10 plus, honestly, they're all $10. So I'm going to just do 10 times. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. $60 is what we need to find. And we can do that. I am pretty confident in that. 10, 10, 10, and 10. This is going pretty well. Oh, let me grab this 10 right here. Okay. Look. Okay, so we need $60, and I think might have it between beverages and my husband and I's envelope. So let's just take a look here. Okay. So in my envelope, I have 26. My husband's envelope, he has 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3. So we definitely have it. I think I always try to take from mine more than my husband's though. Let me just go ahead and pull out the beverages one as well. I feel like we're not going to have as much in beverages at the moment. Yeah, we don't. So definitely want to take the one. Let me just set this off to the side. And then we do 7. 60 minus 7 is 53. Today, my husband's is gonna get taken. Okay. So we do need the $3. So we need 50. And he has 60. I'm so sorry, babe. We both have no spending money. So we'll give him back his $10. That is just how it works when we are both getting coffee. Okay. But we have been actually doing so much better at making coffees at home. Every now and then I'll splurge if I've got like a free one, but yeah, we're trying to be better about it and to not spend that money at Starbucks, okay? Trying so hard. Okay, so what we need to do, let me just close these binders, is figure out that 240. Me and my husband probably should have talked about this, and I don't think we did yet, or maybe we did. No, we have that amount here somewhere. Actually, it might even be back to school or school expenses, and we'll just have to build it back up. So let me just see what's in here for that 240. Was that right? Yeah, 240. So back to school currently has 280. So I guess that's right. And 59 in school expenses. I mean, we just have to do it, and then this will be a focus all summer long to get it to where we need it to be. So 280, 1, 250, 270, 80, 290. Actually, we have 290 in here. 250, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, I just didn't add the $10. So don't know when I did that, but $10 makes it $290, and then we're gonna subtract $240, leaving us with $50 in here. So 1, 200, 220, 230, 240. There it is. And it's okay, money will come back. We will be fine. Okay, and that was on 4, 7. So $50, woohoo. Okay. And that is all for the actual unstuffing, but now I gotta make sure that all my mathed. Okay, so now that we have completed that, oh, and I forgot to do that $10 bill and the 240, we should have a total of $2,305 here. Oh my goodness. This is the reality, guys. Like, if you're not tracking it, this is what it could, like, your money just goes. You have no idea where it's going, how it's working for you or not working for you. This is why we do what we do. Because if we weren't doing this, we've probably already spent the money. We would be in more debt, is how I think of it. So real quick, I am going to go ahead and take the $100 out that we used as change. So I think I actually want a lot of ones because I pulled this from my tip like envelope that I have, and I do want to do a mini Monday and freebie Friday cash stuffing this week. So let's go ahead and see how many ones we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. And then 50 and 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then I will give it a real quick count again, but I will cut this out or speed it up. Okay, so that is what we needed. And that is the $100. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And this should come out to the 2305. Here we go, guys. So in hundreds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is 1,400 plus 51, 52, 50. So 250. 20s, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 420, 440, 460. So 460. And then 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 150. 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm getting nervous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is not right. Okay, we are missing only $10. So I wonder if I miscounted somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, so I just miscounted. I don't know how I did it, but I did, and it was just $10, so we are good. Holy moly, I am so excited to have completed this. I do have some business spending back here, but we are done with this, and we have our $2,305. That is so good. So now what I will do is I do take all this money back to the bank and deposit it, and then we pay off the credit card immediately. So that is how we utilize this system. I hope that that was a good how-to from the beginning through the video and at the end. If you have any questions, you can definitely leave them down below. Either myself or amazing people in this community would definitely be able to help you. Also, another thing that you can do instead of like immediately taking this to the bank is doing a cash condensing. That might actually be something I knew because when you have some envelopes that have just a ton of small bills and you could just throw 100 in instead of 520s, it just makes your envelopes thinner and your binder also thinner. But you already have this cash right here to be able to do those cash condensing, so it makes it easier. And then you still, at the end of your condensing, will still have $2,305 because you're not adding or taking away. And then you would just deposit all of that cash. And usually how it works out is you have a ton of 10s, a ton of 5s, and a ton of 1s. And you don't want all that stuff. So it's easy to, you know, put your 100s, 50s, and 20s in there. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much if you stuck around to this point, and I really hope that this was informational and helpful. If you like videos like this, be sure to click this button to the right side of your screen. It'll subscribe you to my channel, and you can join the fam, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next one. Bye.